good. I mean, don't get me wrong, it does improve the audio output from the hi-fi DAC, but it's nothing substantial. How I can compare it is like, it's like having a car that has 540 horsepower, but then instead of it being the Dolby Atmos, let's say you put in like an intake or something and you add like 5 horsepower. And so instead of having 540, you got 545 now. It's not as though the Atmos is like a turbo or a supercharger where you add in like a significant improvement to the output of the power, but it is an improvement nonetheless. So I think the Atmos there isn't that impressive, but it does improve the audio output, and it is a useful feature if you want to just, you know, cut it on just to cut it on, why not? So that's just my opinion on that there, me being petty. And so let me see here, what else can I talk about as far as it being petty, me being petty. I guess I can talk about, well, yeah, wallpapers and themes, or ZTE Logger, whatever they want to call it. Doesn't really give you a lot of options. So it just leads me to wonder, like, why is there an option for wallpaper and themes when you only get 2 different themes? Now, here's the thing about it. The international version does have a lot more themes than this one here. So the reason I'm being petty is I'm just wondering, like, why didn't it come to, you know, why isn't it on the American devices or the US devices, I should say? Who knows? You know, I don't run ZTE, but I do like the theme that I'm currently using. So it's whatever, but the point of me mentioning is that I just like to have options. And so because I don't have more options, I'm being petty about it. I don't understand why we have it then. Just being petty, y'all. Just being petty. It's the point of the video. Like I said, I did some research on it, so yeah, whatever. The other thing that I don't like, me being petty, is the power button and the volume up and down keys. Now, those buttons work perfectly fine. The only reason I don't like it is that, the only reason I don't like both is because of one button, the power button. It isn't rigid. So you can easily tell the difference between the power and the volume rocker, but I just like that texture feeling that you can tell that you're hitting that button. Now, it wouldn't be a problem. It wouldn't be a problem at all if it was like my J7 where the power button is on the right side. Got my sides mixed up there. The right side, and the volume up and down keys are on the left side. But that's a problem for this phone here, meaning that it has a SIM card tray on the left side. But being petty, that's all. Not a big deal. Shouldn't stop you from buying the phone here. The other thing that I don't like is the notifications here. I want to show you guys this here, but I have a text message. Let me scroll that out. Okay, boom, it's gone. So you see this here, right? Now, this is something that you can easily adjust in the lock screen settings, but if you don't know how to adjust it, let's say you have your phone here. You know how you used to see notifications on your lock screen? You used to see notifications on your lock screen. That bell there can determine whether you see them or not. So, for example, you see nothing. Hit the bell. You see something. Now, with the setting that I have enabled, you can either tap it and leave it off, but you know, every time you hit the home button, it does pop them back up. Or otherwise, you can just tap that button and leave it off. But with the way I have it set up here, it's going to show my notifications every time I hit the home button. Now, here's the thing about that. If you don't go into the settings and adjust that setting to your liking, you're probably going to be really annoyed with this device, or as far as the notification go on the lock screen, because that's something that when I first saw this phone here, that's something that threw me off. Is like, why do I have to tap a button to see my notifications? That was just one of the weirdest things. That, as far as the phone and the UI, that was a weird thing there. But just me being petty about it, because you can easily adjust it. But anywho, what phones are you guys currently using that, you know, that you purchased recently, or, you know, you purchased whenever? And what are some of the things about the phone that you don't like, that you wouldn't, I'm getting my words mixed up here, that you don't like, that wouldn't deter you for buying the phone? Like, you can still easily recommend it, and you'll tell like other people, hey, I don't like this about the phone, but it's nothing that should stop you from buying it. What phone are you currently using, and what are some of those things that bother you, or that you are petty about when it comes to your phone? So leave that information in the comments there. If you have any questions about this phone here, anything you want to see specifically, leave it in the comments as well. My name is mrmaxiroc, and as you guys know, I want to say thank you for watching this video, and you Have a good day. Peace, y'all.